Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorns. Hope you're all feeling fantastic and festive. You get to have your cards read by Kyle Claus this week, so I hope you enjoy it. And it is Capricorn season, right? Lots of stuff happening. But yeah, let's take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Capricorn Collective in Capricorn season. And while we get this first card out, I just want to wish you all a very happy birthday from me to you. Whether it just passed or whether it's coming up in a few days, I hope you have a fantastic one, my friends. Let's get this card out here, get down to business. What's happening? Yeah, and the deck is being very specific. A lot of you know that I only read jumpers, right? Usually this first card always pops super quick. There we go. Okay, yeah, page energy, beautiful, creative. It could be communication. It could be a lot of things whenever we have this little page chilling here. But this, I would always say, is a very optimistic way to start off every single reading. There's so much balance and possibilities here. So before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this page energy. Now, yes, this is an oracle deck, so obviously it's not a real page, but notice some of the symbolism we have here with the hat. There's a yin-yang playing a lute of some sort with some rainbows flying out of it. So this does feel very creative. And whenever I see page energy, it's a good time to learn new things. So for a lot of you, like taking in all sorts of new knowledge, maybe it's schooling, maybe you're training for a new job, maybe your interest is peaked in different areas. That's a good thing. This is a beautiful energy of creative expression as well. So for a lot of Capricorns, expressing yourself in a creative way could bring a lot of benefits for you when this card shows up. But as I always say with page energy, a big thing that links in with them is communication. So I'm interested to see if that shows up in the reading this week as well, like a need for communication of some sort, whether it's clearly, but this card has a lot of possibilities. So regardless of what shows up in the reading, I feel like that's a silver lining. But let's get into tarot here. And I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. But I feel like there's a lot of possibilities with it. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright here before we get the intuitive juiciness going. So let's shuffle it up one time, my guides. Talk to me about Capricorn. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. Very intriguing type of reading last week. There was an energy of rejection around, okay? Doesn't mean you're rejecting people here, there, and everywhere. The reading was titled The Big Rejection, though, so whether it's a habit, whether it's a behavior, whether it's a thought process, I was getting the vibe of somebody pushing something away or saying, nah, I'm rejecting this. So we'll see what shows up this week. I mean, as you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going here. Got this Christmas time reading for my Capricorns, 3 cards. What's going on, my friends? Okay. All right, yeah, Queen of Cups, interesting. Very interesting way to start, indeed. Water sign energy, very emotional, loving, caring. And get her chilling right there. Let's get a couple more out here and really start to build this out. What do we got for Capricorn here, late December, as we finish off 2023. Okay, all right. Air sign energy showing up. 2 cards popped out together, and we're going to take it. We have the Ace of Swords, which makes sense with what I've been seeing for you in recent weeks. And we also have the beautiful wish fulfillment of the star, right? All right. I don't want to judge what I'm feeling here just yet, but so far it looks okay. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get down to that juicy intuitive stuff. So once again, first look, first glance, all of this energy is internal. 2 air sign energies. We have water here as well. And I always say when it comes to tarot, water and air represent your inner world. Water is your feelings. Air is your mental state or thinking. So it's intriguing how we have this all going. There's a card of new and the now. There's also a card of the future in the distance. So we're going to have a lot of things to really build off of here. So let's start piece by piece and really start to build this story out. Position number 1, we have the beautiful, lovely Queen of Cups, mother energy here, divine feminine energy. And that Ace of Swords was just trying to hang on for dear life. So we're going to put it right back there. Now, whenever I see the Queen of Cups, it could be a water sign that you're connected to. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, not gender specific. All queens represent the internal world. And when we talk about water in specific, it's deep emotions. So when we see her, we think of love, we think of care, deep emotional attachment whenever we have this Queen of Cups. And one thing I also want to mention, remember I was saying, expression, a very big thing when we had this oracle card in the very beginning. If you're feeling things deeply, if we're looking at love or an emotional state, the Queen of Cups can sometimes bottle things in. These are very intense emotions, and they could be either really good or suppressed. So in this time, for some of you, maybe there's something you're trying to suppress, or something that really pulls an emotional cord that you're not really speaking about. Remember, every card has positives and challenges. The positives of this Queen of Cups is just beautiful, fertile. There's a lot of possibilities here. If this isn't a mother figure in your life or your situation, I love the Queen of Cups generally. But remember, it's very, very intense emotionally. So we're really going to want to revisit her. Now, as we move further through the reading, once we get her right back in her spot, we have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. I always say all aces are opportunities or offers, right? This is beautiful energy. When I see the Ace of Swords, I think of someone's mind state. Okay, so of course, this could be an opportunity or offer coming in. This is also a card of communication. Honest, straightforward, no frills type of communication, telling it like it is. So we generally love this type of energy around here. Ace of Swords could sometimes be cutting certain things away. So it's the time of year where a lot of people do that, right? They look at the past year, they look at what they want to do going forward. So for a lot of you, you might be trimming certain things in your life, whether it's people, behaviors, habits, whatever it might be. So we'll really want to dig into this deeper. It could just be a talk of some kind as well when we have the Ace of Swords. But once again, the opportunities, the offers, it could be a lot of different things. So let's get that right here next to this Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's like these cards are attached to each other. They're giving me a problem. Now, moving to the back end, we'll fix those in a minute. We have the Star card, Aquarius type of energy. So we're getting very close to Aquarius season. You know, that's right after you. And if you're not connected to an Aquarius, this is a beautiful card of wish fulfillment, hope. So to me, this always indicates like overcoming something, a win or a victory of some sort. Other things we think of with the Star card, the distance. You know, it's like a light at the end of the tunnel, something that's a little far off. So not present time, this could be something coming down the road. And I generally love this card. It's filled with hope. Now, as I always say, cards have the positive and the challenge. I didn't speak about the challenge of the Ace of Swords. It could be harsh and cold. A challenge of this star, when you flip this in reverse, it could be someone feeling depressed or hopeless, things like that. So we're not going to go for that message just yet, because there's a lot of energy for us to still really try to dig through and work through in this spread. There's a lot happening here, and it's all internal, okay? But I love this Star card, especially next to the Ace of Swords. There could be something new coming in, or a new journey you're about to go on that's going to have long lasting dividends here, the way all this energy is playing against each other, right? Because remember, aces are new and they represent beginnings. This is something off in the distance, so we could have something starting up very soon that's really going to have a lot of long lasting implications. But with that being said, I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my lovely Capricorns. Let's see what's happening. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Capricorn, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Cups time. Let's see what's up. Yeah, and speaking of offers, we were seeing that for you, I think, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So that might be re-emerging. Let's see what's up with that Queen of Cups here. Why is that Queen of Cups in the mix for my friends? Yeah, the deck is being so specific for you this week. Usually the Capricorn energies just pop out. It's like boom, boom, one after another. There it is. Thank you. Okay. So we have your card represented here. We have the Devil. underneath this Queen of Cups. Now, if this was any other sign, this would make me a little bit more nervous, but since this is a Capricorn reading, this could be very good. Now, as you guys know, the Devil card represents Capricorn. Not because of the devil, it's because of the goat symbolism. That's why you guys get this card. And this is a long-lasting type of energy, so there are a lot of long-lasting implications in the energy this week for a lot of you. For a portion of Capricorns, you might just be extra emotional in this time, especially with the Queen of Cups and the Devil here. Like, you might just be extra in your feels, right? Whether you're feeling sentimental, maybe they're good emotions that you're feeling, or it could be, I don't want to say it's an emotional warning just yet, but you might just be experiencing a lot of intense emotions, okay? Whether it's thinking back on the past, thinking out into the future. This card is your power card. So when I see it under the Queen of Cups, it's like, okay, there's a very strong emotional tie here. Now, for a portion of you, this could be the love and connection someone feels to you, right? Because remember, the thing with the Devil energy, yes, sometimes it could be attachment, sometimes it could be habits and things like that. But in a Capricorn reading, I feel like there's a ton of love here for you and emotional attachment. So if you're wondering how somebody feels, like, there's nothing but love here in the front end. So I really like this for you. But once again, I get a very strong feeling in this time where I know a lot of Capricorns and I get along very well with them. They're usually right down to business. They know what they want. They know where they want to go. And very logical individuals, grounded individuals, motivated individuals. You might be feeling a little more watery in this time, if that makes sense. You might be in your feels, like a little more up and down. It's not that steady Capricorn energy I'm used to. Let's keep moving though. I feel like this is just the beginning of it. Of course, this could be a very good thing. There's a strong emotional tie here. Don't want to say it's a warning just yet, but let's see what's going on with that Ace of Swords, right? I'm still feeling optimistic about what we have happening here. So let's get in on that Ace. Why is that Ace here? Come on, one card for that Ace, thank you. All right, you might be losing a little patience with somebody here. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is a big karmic card as well, so we need to watch for karmic archetypes because the star could have undertones of that as well. Now, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, okay, I'm not going to wait around forever type of energy. Like, I'm going to do what I have to do. So some of you might be prioritizing yourself in one way or another in this time, and that's not a bad thing. But another thing I'm seeing, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse to me speaks of something coming in. So aside from prioritizing yourself or losing patience, which is very possible here, this to me speaks of action. So when I see the opportunities, possible big offers coming in, just like we saw a few weeks ago, it's showing up for you again. That, yeah, something's not going to be waiting around forever. Something is going to make moves and take action. So for a lot of Capricorns, there could be some really good opportunities and offers coming your way, and they do feel big. Okay, aside from the patience I was already speaking about, this feels like there's a lot of potential in your reading this week, and I like it. Okay, yeah, we have the Devil card, but that's totally different in your reading, seriously. I'm picking up so much potential here. Just try to keep the boat steady. Let's keep moving over to the Star card, then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadows. I'd say this is good. Good so far. And if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, now might be a good time, okay, to really make things right or reconnect with them, especially with all this internal energy. Because I'm not picking up tons of resistance like I did last week. Last week there was a lot of resistance. This is eyes forward. So let's go to that Star card, see what's up before we get into the recap. Why is the Star here for my friends? Definitely the type of reading I like to see around Christmas and New Year's. Okay. All right, so some of you might just be having the realization that your current feelings, your current situation, that's just what they are. Like, it doesn't make your future or mean that it's always going to be this way, whether it's for good, bad, or indifferent. We have the Five of Pentacles underneath the Star card. So if you're connected to an Aquarius, this could be somebody who is feeling a little down in the dumps. I don't necessarily feel like this is you. Yes, we did have this emotional energy in the front end where you might be feeling ups and downs. A thing I'm feeling here intuitively, like, you might be picking up on the energy of others in this time. Okay, you might have very strong intuition or empathy, and you could be feeling the energy of those around you or those that you're very strongly connected to. So just know that, okay? Because we have such a positive, hopeful card. Now we have a down in the dumps card. So you might just be picking up on the energies of others, okay, in a very big way. Now, the Five of Pentacles could be someone that feels a little lonesome. This could be a card of solitude, feeling left out in the cold. But remember, this is also the beginnings of a journey. Generally, with the beginning of a journey, you have to make those first few steps on your own. And with the Star card, I still feel a lot of possibilities and a good outcome here for you. A lot of things in this time could have long-term implications. But the big thing I was initially feeling with this Five of Pentacles, if this isn't somebody you're connected to, that you're feeling their energy and they're down in the dumps, this is realizing that, yeah, if I'm going through a rough time right now, or whatever my current situation is, that's exactly what it is. It's my current situation. It's not permanent. So I feel like that's good. Maybe some of you just need to hear that. Like, listen, things will get better. Things will improve. And I know Capricorns always keep it pushing. I would say overall, there's some good possibilities coming in here. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card here. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we do have the Queen of Cups and the Devil in the upright. As I was saying, in any other spread, this would be a warning to me, but since it's a Capricorn reading, I feel like for a lot of you, you might just be a little more emotional than you normally are. This also does represent a very strong emotional bond, and now it makes more sense with what I was picking up on the back end. Like, there is a very strong emotional connection with somebody here, or a lot of love being expressed, but just know the emotions could be riding a little more chaotic than normal. Could be mother figure attachments as well. Moving to the center, we have the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. A big vibe I was picking up here is possibly losing patience with an individual or a situation where it's like, okay, I'm not going to wait around forever. But another thing I really liked about this, it's action inducing, that something big is coming in, whether it's an opportunity for you, whether it's an offer, even a communication here. This energy is moving forward. There's not a big rejection. So keep your eyes open for the opportunities and offers. Moving to the back end, we have the Star with the Five of Pentacles in the upright. The main thing this was making me feel was like, yeah, there's a big attachment to someone, and you might be picking up on them via empathy and intuition. But realizing that your current situation is not your final destination is a very big thing here. So Capricorn, please take a screenshot. We're going to get you a shadow card now. So let's shuffle it up one time and see what's in the shadows for the Capricorns. And gods and spirit team, talk to me. And as you guys know, I always like to see what's in the shadows, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Doesn't always have to be a challenge. Sometimes a shadow card could be very good. So let's get you one here, just to put a cherry on top. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It is a beautiful way to support the channel and the mission over here, and I appreciate all my members. I really do. Let's get you a shadow card, though. No pressure. All right. What do we got? Thank you. All right. Three of Swords. Yeah, there's a little bit of pain in the undercurrents, and that's okay. This is a very common card to see in the shadows, okay? Now, the Three of Swords is something that all humans deal with from time to time. This could be representing a situation or something someone you're connected to is going through, of course, but when it's showing up in the shadows, there's this suppression type of energy or hiding it. So for some of you, you might be feeling those little holiday blues. You might be trying to suppress it and not let anybody else see. Or this could be some sort of pain or heartbreak that still needs to be resolved, that's not fully worked through. We all have these energies lingering around, okay? But I don't feel like it's anything major to raise huge red flags about. If you do have any sort of pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental, Spirit's just asking you to acknowledge it. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for December, I'll be giving away 3 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's one of my favorite new decks out there, and it's really enjoyable to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, what do you think tarot is best used for? Is it for looking at love situations, the past, the future, energy checks? Whatever it is, you drop your answer down in the comments below. And as always, the winners will be announced at random at the end of December. My friends, as always, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.